G'day, Mick here again. Welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be restoring this Kyosho Pegasus, which is already restored now. Anyway, we'll get into that, and if you saw my last video, I think it was my last video, yeah, where the Pegasus arrived, had a yellow body and stuff. I'll leave a link up there so you can check it out and you can see, you know, where it came from. Yeah, came up pretty good, I think, using a TBG body and MCI decals, of course. The tyres I didn't restore, like I didn't replace. They're quite good. I plan to use it for a runner anyway. It won't get a lot of use, but you know, be good to get it out there and give it a run. I had thought about using re-released Tomahawk shocks on it, but I cleaned up the standard ones, and although they're very springy, yeah, I think I'll just leave it how it is, you know. And I've got the standard 540 in there that it came with. So yeah, bit of a quick look there. I think it came up okay. Pretty happy with it. So this is my first Pegasus. I've got the other one new in box. I'll maybe build that one day. Don't really know. Anyway, we'll get into the video. Now I don't have an actual before picture, but as you can see the car was kind of rough. So first thing I did was get onto the wheels because they were covered in paint, clean the paint off. Still needs a bit more work, but yeah, I'll get onto that a bit more later. Alrighty, so as you can see I've got everything pulled apart, it's all stripped down, and I've done most of the cleaning. I've still got to clean around the front end and things like that. The gears look good, no problem at all there. I would really say the car hasn't had much use at all, but there's a few scratches on the bottom. But yeah, overall it's in really good condition. What I've started doing here is I sanded this area here and gave it a bit of a polish with the wool pad on the Dremel, and just to test it out, see if it was going to work okay. Yeah, I might just go and do the whole lot. It's never going to be perfect. It'll be still have scratches on it, but it might clean it up quite a lot. Yeah, there's a couple of people asking about the suspension setups on these. You know, the lack of hinge pins and how does it work and all that. Anyway, the rear arms, I've cleaned them. There was some kind of stuff on there. I'm going to call it wax. I really don't know what it was. Anyway, I cleaned that off using a bit of thinners. Yeah, they've just got these flexible parts in the arms. Well, that's not real flexible. Maybe it's just old age, but yeah. So that's why the suspension was quite stiff on them, and they kind of handled like a grasshopper or a hornet, because although the suspension was there, it didn't work very well. Same on the front. They have flexible parts here. The fronts work a little bit better. So yeah, I've got to check out these little plates on the bottom that hold the balls in for the uprights. They basically clip in there. I'll see if I've got a spare one of that. That's actually off the top arm. They've got the correct ones on the top, as you can see there. But the bottom ones, yeah, they've got a bottom one and they've got a top one, so they must have lost one at some point. So I'll see if I've got one of them in my spares. I also need a servo saver. There's only part of it there. Maybe I'll steal one of them off. I've got two Icaruses over there. Icaruses, whatever. I've got two of them over there. Maybe I'll steal one off one of those. So yeah, the wheels come up pretty good. I took the paint off them, and the rear's a little bit darker. I might put them outside again. I'll show you here. I actually used some creme developer to make them a little bit brighter. So yeah, use your creme developer. Just get some plastic wrap, put it inside. Yeah, just get your plastic wrap, lay it out, put your parts on, and tip the creme developer over the top. Fold it up and put it out in the sun for a few hours. That's it. I'll leave a video up the top there where I actually did that, the wheel whitening thing. yeah, it works great. These are supposed to be a cream colour, of course, but I just wanted them to match and be a little bit brighter because, you know, they've gone even more yellow with age. Anyway, the shocks, here's our shocks. They're actually in really good condition. There's no broken collars. That one's on upside down. They've got 2 spring retainers on the bottom for some reason, just to make it harder, I guess, but yeah, that's not right. Anyway, I think I'll be using re-released Tomahawk shocks. I think I'll go with those, and if they don't work much better, they'll look much better. I mean, there's only so much you can do with this kind of suspension. Yeah, I think it'll just be better. And you don't have to worry about the tops popping off these and all that kind of business. So yeah, I'll clean this up. Oh, another thing, talking about the plastic suspension, the battery door's the same as well. As you can see, the flexible line in the middle there, or hinge. So yeah, Kyosho was pretty good with their flexible plastics back in the day. So I'll give the front end a bit of a clean up, see if I can find that other part. If not, I'm really not too worried about it because it did actually take quite a bit of effort to pop those balls off. I don't think they're going to come off when it's running. Not for the little running I'll be doing anyway. So it might be just fine how it is. Yeah, so I'll get on and start putting it back together, really. Yeah, first thing I'll do is put the gearbox back together, grease it up, and she'll be right. Alrighty, moving on. Now straight onto the gearbox. Everything's ready to go back together. Using ball bearings, of course. And the rear arms have got the ball bearings in there now. So there's our gearbox all assembled. You'll notice that hole on top there. Somebody had a screw in there for putting oil in or something. So I just ended up putting a sticker over that. Then I dug into my stash and I found a new set of grey parts. So I can get rid of the old yellowed ones and yeah, use the nice new grey ones. And then I'll also come across a new set of ball ends and the cups for the front suspension. So I got to replace those so they won't pop apart all the time. And that's our chassis almost finished. Just need shocks on it now. And there we go. Got the shocks on and all the new grey parts. Looking almost like new. Now for the radio, I'm using a Futaba compatible orange GR400S receiver, a Power HD 3001 HB servo, and a Hobbywing 1060. And as you can see, I've put the Dean's connector on the end and I've changed the switch to an old style switch. So then it was time to fit up the servo mounts in the servo saver, and I had to steal one off one of my Icarus buggies because the other one was broken and only half there. But I ordered another one, so that should be here in a few weeks, I guess. Now onto the wiring. On the motor, I took the Kyosho Molex plug off there and put some bullet connectors on. And as you can see, the ESC and receiver fit up the back quite nicely. Now for the antenna, since I don't have the standard wire antenna that it comes with, I cut down one of these body mounts and yeah, ended up drilling a hole through the side for the wire to go in, and yeah, 3mm hole in the top for the wire tube, and off we go. Looks pretty neat, I think. So that's our chassis all done, just need wheels and a body now. I think it's all pretty neat, coming up almost like new. Now getting onto the body and driver. Did the driver first. He's not perfect, but I think it looks okay. He's going to be inside the car anyway. So naturally I painted all the driver inside underneath with polycarb paint. I used Proline paint and just put it on with a brush. And I did a bit of fading around the front of his driver suit there with the airbrush. Then it was time to mask up the body. So I marked the lines on the outside for the windows. And there we go, painted the black on. I did that with an airbrush. And then it was time to put the white on the wing and the body. So there we go, it's all done. I did have a little bit of overspray here and there. Ah well, whatever. So I think it looks pretty box art. Then it was onto the tyre lettering. So I just use a white paint pen for the white lettering and a bit of yellow enamel for the yellow star. Now I can fit the body and the wheels and call it done. So that's it. It's all done. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, not much more I can say about it. You've seen everything. I'll leave you with a little montage. Just, you know, go around the car a bit and you can have a closer look. And that'll be about it for the video. Alrighty, thanks for watching. If you're new here, subscribe, that'd be great. Give the video a thumb up if you like it. And catch you later.